Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account. We've already accumulated 121,000 diamonds, so making a ton of progression. But as you can see, guys, we are in 55-60. So we're almost through chapter 55 at this point, getting into chapter 56, which is absolutely crazy to see, guys. But I want to go through here. I want to finish out this stage and see if we can get this done, exactly how long it's going to take. Now, big shout out to Cats Go Meow. I absolutely love the name. We've been copying the formation. It's been working pretty well in here. Now, of course, at this level, guys, at this level deficiency, it does have a big part of RNG. So we do have Leonardo that does have to get the ultimate ability off. Once he goes ahead and he kind of freezes everybody in there in the frames, amplifying the damage out of this formation. But this one works perfectly, guys. Now, you also note in that first one that we are running the Awakened version of Aziz. That is right, guys. Just at Legendary, we only have one copy right now of the Awakened version of Aziz, but still working incredibly well. Now, in campaign formations, it's a little bit different than we see. Even looking in here, guys, we have Scarlet, we have Grez in here, as well as Mishka. Three very, very strong heroes within AFK Arena. Now we're also running Baden in here with the crowd control with Lucilla. Again, guys, these formations are working incredibly well. This one, of course, Lucilla comes back to life. And then we do have Talisman that allows the crowd control based on the enemies we're fighting. So Baden slowly kind of works down these enemies as well as Lucilla, as long as we can keep them up. And of course, we do have the extension, the duration extension with Khazard. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, guys, that also applies to the pets. So when it comes to Talisman doing his crowd control here, you can see, guys, Baden kind of slowly working through the formation right there because of the crowd control that we have. And also a couple other heroes providing some buffs, providing some crowd control. So overall, we want to try to keep a few of these heroes. If we can keep Vathiel up, if we can keep Baden up with the crowd control, gonna make it very easy to get through here. And again, starting to go through and finish out these chapters. I know there was a lot of times, guys, that we were really over leveled. I feel like we're slowly getting out of that as of right now. I did gain some levels with the resources that we have. We're at 836 right now, but we're at 1210 that we're fighting. It's a pretty heavy resource. And then, of course, guys, here is the Thoren cheese. This, of course, is the major RNG factor when it comes to this game mode. Now, of course, Thoren just steps forward. Gotta have this work out, guys. If we can't get Thoren to ult at the very beginning, it's going to take a long time to get this done. Now, of course, it does kind of go hand in hand with Kelthar as well. So we're actually seeing Kelthar in the bottom. He dies, comes back in that spectral form, but we're trying to pull the 5-pull. You got to get the 5-pull to work in here, guys, or it's not going to work. I'm going to try it a couple times, see if we can get this part to work. Because, of course, guys, this is the big RNG when it comes to AFK Arena, is even getting Thoren, and I'm going to have to look to make sure we can get him to cheese. All right, guys, so it took a little while, but we always get there when it comes to the Thoren cheese. 1.12 trillion damage. That is right, guys. We are at the point where we are in the trillions of damage. So, of course, he pops right up. Here comes retaliation number 1. Retaliation number 2, big part with this was Tassie. Tassie was actually evading or teleporting on the second one, which made it incredibly difficult, but we got through that one, guys, meaning we have one stage left. And look at our superstar team here. The Awakened version of Shamira with Rem, and of course, Amelia in there for the instant crowd control. Boom, there's the freeze. Have Mulan in here and also have Demia in here. This is such an OP team. Overpowered for sure to get through here. And you'll see, guys, it's kind of a slow burn. You can see just a entire multitude of HP meters that are just going down slowly. And then, of course, we do have our owl right up there. That is, of course, yielding us some haste within these auras. But again, it's a slow burn with Demia overall. And there we go, guys. It gets through. And that is the completion of chapter 55. Now, there's a couple other things that I do want to look at, guys, but that does conclude 55. Congratulations, we have completed the chapter. So 5560 gives us some red chests. Tier 3 stones, there are 20 more Stargazer scrolls, and then a tier 4 stone, and that is right. Next chapter, just like that, guys, we are moving into the ruined shipyard, and there is 56, guys. You can see a lot less crowded into 56, but definitely going to be pushing through here as well. Wanted to make some progression. I know the campaign is not super exciting to go through there, but overall, guys, getting into some new content, getting into some of the new teams, and even here, guys, they're at 12-14 now. The other thing you'll notice is they are pretty well built. So they are running, as of right now, guys, the plus 30 signature items. They have the 9 of 9 furniture that you noticed in there. And with some of these, I believe there's a point when we get further that they start engraving these heroes. I think it was 58 or maybe 60 that the engraving starts coming up on these heroes, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Now, a couple other things that we did want to look at. One was the Ghoulish gallery. So overall, we used a couple more of our totems in here. Now, we are trying to get to 36 totems used so we can actually get this custom skill scroll. Now, one thing to note that I did not know, guys, that we didn't discuss really before is when you use one of these custom skill scrolls, or attack, defense, whatever one. Now, players have said you can only use one. Now, personally, I cannot verify that because I haven't got to the point of being able to use those or using a multitude of those on a hero that I'm looking for. I am waiting to get this. That way I can guarantee that I'm actually going to get a level 2 collection on here is what I'm waiting for, because I'm going to go ahead, and my thought is when I look here, guys, I'm going to use one of these, and then if I do have in my pocket that other card, to go ahead and utilize that other card to add that +2 skill, because we're using Miracle Worker. If I do happen to get one during the run by itself, I'm actually not going to have to use that card, which would be really cool, allowing us to use another one of the cards. So again, looking here, guys, custom attack scroll, I already have. This one right here, custom defense scroll, I already have. And then this one, of course, we don't have yet. Now, in addition, players have said that when you hit 36, so when you do hit this 36, guys, it does not cap out. It actually starts back at 0. So you'll actually go right back here to 0. So when you're going to 40, and especially when you're going to 80, you will just keep scrolling through or keep cycling through these exploration buffs in here, which is really cool to see that this is going to be an option to go through here. Now, in addition, a lot of players are asking about the Abyssal Expedition, guys. Now, because we are right now, we are in kind of the competition with other guilds. We are in here for rank. Not going to show much in here, guys, but as you can see, we are on our way to Earl, making a lot of progression in here, and we're going to check out this leaderboard, guys. We did pretty well in there to go through and actually score in there with Adventure Run, so definitely happy about that, guys. Now, in addition, we have a couple more things. The store is pretty well bought out. Now, one thing that I do want to note, guys, is getting these copies of Eugene. Now, it has been confirmed. We have, I believe it is going to be the Magician's Hat event that is coming up pretty soon over on the test server, and it is going to give you another free copy of Eugene in his entirety, guys. We already have him at Mythic, but out of the event, you'll be able to get one more of those chests, giving you Mythic +1 copy. We have another 3 days here, and we can pull another copy. That would be Mythic +2. We just have to see where we're going to get all the rest of these. And I don't know at this point, guys, if AFK Arena is just going to give us Eugene in his entirety, completely built, slowly, you know, kind of copy by copy through the events that we have upcoming, or is there going to be a point where we can just summon him to go ahead and finish him out? But I like the way they're doing this because, again, we're still seeing a lot of utility with the hero, and overall, it's a little bit of a slower build, which I do like. Now, of course, when it comes to the Challenger store, guys, we are just about done. I have a few more copies of Mortis to pick up, and that will be everything we have in here. So we'll be focusing on actually pulling a lot of red chests, maybe taking some of our primary damage dealers from that +30 signature item to that +35 signature item, which could definitely make a big, big difference when it comes to building out some of those heroes and the power they possess. Now, again, overall, we're doing pretty well in here with the Hellscape. Pretty happy with the progression. 3.6, we're still at 6 right here. Have a little bit of time, so I'm going to do a couple more runs in here before we actually finish with the reset. And then, of course, in here with our rewards, have a couple more to get out of here, and we're still looking to get copies within the Dream Store of the twins. Very similar to Mortis, guys. I believe I need 2 more copies, or 4 in total, but 2 more Elite Plus copies of the twins. Twins will be done. Frampton is already done. And I've also considered just picking up Frampton, because essentially with 3 iterations of getting Frampton, I could actually take those excessive copies of Frampton, go to our Rickety cart, and go ahead and swap those for different heroes in here, which might be pretty beneficial to do just with some of the up and coming heroes. We could bank possibly a couple copies of Frampton and then go in here and do a swap to get whatever new Celestial or Hypo hero we have, because of course it's Celestial and Hypo for Celestial and Hypo, and then it is Awakened for Awakened. So even here, guys, we have no excess Celestial or Hypo heroes at this point to really go ahead and do the change. But guys, again, that will take us into 56. I'm super, super excited to have the ability to get into 56. We're going to continue making a lot more progression in here, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.